I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, my chat was all messed up. But I think we've returned. I think this might be it. Is it working? Is it working? Is there a buffer? Is there a lag? Oh, for the love of God. It's good? Is it truly? Is it truly, truly, truly good? Where are the other... So far, so good. Are we serious? There's a plane going over. Oh my God. One buffer. Oh my God, really? Yeah, it's cooked. It is cooked. Hold on, give it a second. I might be doing heavy work. Why my Twitch? Why? Why my Twitch? Hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm deleting something. I'm wondering if maybe it's give her a second. Why? Okay, hang on. Something had to be done on my YouTube. Is it still buffering? On Twitch? It hasn't buffered. Have we fixed it? Oh my God. It did it first? It might have been because I was because I was doing something. Okay, hang on. Everything seems like it's loading. Oh my God! Oh my God, thank you NordVPN! Oh my God, thank you NordVPN! It's the fucking Australian servers, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Australia hates content creators. It hates content creators, I'm fucking telling you. Oh my God. Oh my God, thank you Nord. This is why, guys, this is why I'm always sponsoring them. I'm serious when I say they save my life for the work I do. Oh my God. Okay, let me put on music and then we can work. And I hope that doesn't buffer because I've started playing some music. Oh my God, I look so sad in my thumbnails. I look like a little monster. What is happening to me? Do I look fucked? What's going on here? Okay, whatever. Anyway, oh, thank you NordVPN. Thank you so much, NordVPN. Oh my God, guys, this is why a VPN is so good. It's so good. Oh my God, I should have tried American servers first. Okay. So, as I was saying, This has been an incredibly bad start to the year to me. Incredibly bad start of the year. I have not been on track with my work goals and my uploading schedule because of things that just kept happening that were out of my control. And it's made it so I haven't been able to focus on work like I should be able to, and I can tell that I've taken a hit because of that. And it's becoming more complicated because now through the rest of this year I have to look for a place to live, right? So it's been very stressful, and any kind of support that you guys can give me through this time would be so phenomenal. Like seriously, I would appreciate it more than anything, whether it be Patreon or subs or Ko-Fi or even just, you know, watching my videos. Anything helps, because it's only going to get more stressful, and I am going to be working my ass off to try and get back on track while looking for a place to live. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit crazy, but I appreciate everyone here nonetheless. So I'm just gonna work and hope that things work out. And I'm gonna upload as fast as I can through this time. Yeah, by the end of this year or beginning of next year, I'm moving out. And as you can probably guess, that's going to take up a lot of my time. Not only like looking for the place, but then moving into the place. And I'm dreading it. I'm already dreading it. It's such a stressful process. I have to move because I need a solid place to live. Because I currently pay rent, right? And I'm wanting to actually buy a place, but of course a mortgage is not cheap. I'm not rich. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work and a lot of saving. And a lot of looking. I wish I could get a mansion. Are you kidding me? Guys, the housing market is so fucked. I can barely get like a nice apartment. Every day I think of like the older generation. I'm like, fuck, they were so lucky with the economy that they had. Anyways, but yeah, so any kind of support would just be really, really nice. But I hate asking for it because I hate feeling like, you know, give me your money. I hate feeling like that. Twitch it is now working. Oh shit, I have to post a crash. It's now working. Hang on, I have to post a thing. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm absolutely dreading the end of this year because of how much shit that is gonna have to happen. And I wish I could just work until the end of this year and save as much as I possibly can to deposit into a mortgage, obviously, but I have to look while working because I'm by myself. So it's a lot. Sanji would be so useful as a chair. Oh, he'd be so useful as a chair. I want Sanji to be real. He'd help me find a place. I miss Sanji. Oh my god. Guys, you can't even build a house from scratch anymore. Like, how do I explain? This is gonna sound so fucking stupid, but like, I genuinely have like a weird romanticization of like the medieval times in my head. Not because those times were good, but because you could just like go somewhere and set up shop. Do you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't have to pay any kind of like ownership fees or land fees. You could just fucking go into the woods and set up a cabin. And I envy that. And tax was 1 gold coin or something. It takes so much time and work to do what I'm doing. Oh my god, can we all just get a boat and sail the seas? Please! I don't want to do this anymore. And now we have the Sanji tax. A single schmeckle. Well, The Sanji tax, a permanent segment. I need to make a video on the Sanji tax. Look, I have a few videos lined up. I have obviously the Alabaster video. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I don't know if I can get to that this year. Because originally this year was not planned to be as busy as it was with my own life. And the Alabaster video takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of work, and in the time I make the Alabaster video, I can't upload things. And that uploading obviously provides me income. And over the time I make the Alabaster video, when it comes to writing and when it comes to editing, it doesn't make me the income that I need. Like, I rely per upload, right? I don't know if I can do that this year with what I need to save. So, I don't know if the Alabaster video is in sights, and this is not the original plan. But it just doesn't seem doable with what I need to do. Because it's going to be a big video. It's going to take up a lot of time, and I don't make enough money through, like, other means of, like, Twitch and Patreon to be able to support me while I make that Alabaster video. So I might need to hold off on it. Which is, I know, it's annoying. I want to make the Alabaster video. But I need to be in a more set state before I can dedicate myself to a project that big. Because I'll be honest with you guys, when I get approached to do sponsors by NordVPN because they love me and I appreciate them, I don't say no to them because I do need that money. Like, just being totally transparent. And I can't make a video a month if I work on the Alabaster video, which is what the sponsors ask for, which is why I've had to hold off on the Alabaster video and why I probably have to keep holding off on the Alabaster video. But I have other video ideas over this time. I want to make a video on the dynamic between Luffy and Zoro, since I made a video on the dynamic between Zoro and Sanji, and so many people ask, can we get dynamics between the other Straw Hats? Because look, any like content creator, especially on YouTube, will tell you it's not the views themselves that you rely on, it's the sponsorships. Zoro and Luffy not equals. You know what's funny, Red Hammock? In my notes for Luffy and Zoro's like scripts that I will eventually write, I had like in the notes question mark should mention if they're not equals. Because I know that gets a lot of people heated. But by definition, right? They can't be because one's a captain and the other is the crewmate. But I know that really, really pisses people off. But I don't even mean it in a malicious way. I just mean that Zoro has actively said he won't follow someone who is like weaker than him. Meaning Luffy is stronger than him, he's supposed to be. You know what I'll do? I'll tiptoe around it. I'll say, like, I'll be like, do Luffy and Zoro present as equals? I'll tiptoe and be as nice as possible. Yeah, I'd do a video on Luffy and Sanji's dynamic in a heartbeat. Yeah, Sanji and Zoro's eyes, like everything about Zoro and Sanji is symbolic of their parallels. Anyway, I've got a Kuma video that I want to do. I've got the Zoro and Luffy video that I want to do. I have a Yamato video that I want to do. I do want to do Garp eventually. I want to talk about how One Piece addresses like conformity versus individualism, which is like, I know, weird. I did One Piece in childhood, get out. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes. Oh, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I did reframing Zoro's version. Oh, I want to do Kid and Killer. I want to do a discussion of Luffy's gear forms as well. These are all my Alabaster notes. Oh god, I wish I could do Alabaster this year. I just don't think it's possible. I want to do the Men of One Piece as well. I wanted to do how One Piece portrays grief too. Kuma as well, of course. Big Mom. Oh, I wanted to defend One Piece's pacing. 100% I'm gonna be doing that. A video on what it takes to be a straw hat, because I think that's important when everyone's like, everyone's gonna be a straw hat. I wanted to do a video on character and flaws for One Piece as well. I wanted to do the monster trio as a whole, but I think that's something to save. I defend the manga pacing, not the anime pacing. I was gonna do a how One Piece world builds video as well. Writing of power and strength. That was gonna be the power scaling debunking video. One Piece, the right to exist as well, i.e. Oda exploring the right to exist. There's a lot. There's a lot. No, it wouldn't be a power scaling vid, it would be discussing how Oda writes power. i.e. why power scaling is made up. Like how Oda writes his fights. Yeah, I just need to wait for Albert to conclude. Kuma as well, obviously. I don't know. Are there any rich One Piece fans out there? If you'd like to sponsor my Alabasta video, that would be mwah. But for now, I gotta wait. Oh, red, that's okay. Hello. All of Oda's trios. I'm trying to think of trios outside of the Monster Trio and Roger's trio. Oh, Cross Guild. Oh, ASL, how could I forget? Right, there's no vice captain. I want to do a dragon defense video, but I'll be honest, there's not much to say about dragon right now, and that is on purpose. So if I ever make a GARP video, you can fucking bet there's going to be a segment in it defending dragon. I want a video on the Sunji tax, and it's just a Sunji Glaze video. And one day maybe I can branch outside of One Piece as well, because I love One Piece, I love it, but there are other things I watch that I also love. I'd love to make a video on Kuroko's basketball one day. I just adore that series, as stupid as it is. I'd love to make a video on Kids on the Slope. I'd love to make a video on Mob Psycho. I'd love to make a video on Gekon Shoujo no Zaki-kun. There's so many things that I'd like to make a video on. But for now, I'm in the One Piece hole. There's so much in One Piece, right? Red Hammock, I disagree. I don't think Oda is limited in that sense. I don't think Oda would have shown that even if it were like an adult manga. Because I've always enjoyed the way Oda handled those kinds of topics and how he wanted to leave them up more to an implication or a nuance. Because again, it makes it easier to stomach. And being easier to stomach is something Oda wants. He doesn't want total misery. Oh, some people need it spelled out. Yeah, but that's not Oda being limited. That's... it's a matter of reading comprehension. Oda even said he trusts the adults reading his work to read between the lines and pick up on what he's saying. That's not Oda's fault. That's not him being limited. That's a matter of reading comprehension per person. What is really frustrating to me is people have taken what has happened to Ginny and they're trying to just instead figure out who Bonnie's dad is. And it's like, holy fuck, that is so past the point. It's just so past the point. I don't understand. Because I don't think Bonnie's blood father is ever going to matter. Because people keep saying, but the gender bend body, the gender bend body. First of all, I don't think that looks like Shanks. I don't know why people say it looks like Shanks. I'm genuinely confused about that. But, that's just Oda's style. Oda's got plenty of gender bend characters that look like another character, right? As I keep saying, gender bend Boa looks like Law. No one was like, oh my god, they're siblings, they're related. It's so annoying. I'd like to do a video on Usopp's friendship. Oh, there's so much. There's so much, but I am just one person. Croco Mum? It doesn't make sense, but it's funny. Crocodile would know who Monkey D is if he ever fucked Dragon. So it doesn't make sense, but it's funny. Croc is the dad and Dragon is the mum. Croc would still know. Crocodile would know that it's Monkey D. Dragon that he was fucking. I even knew Dragon was a Monkey D. He just never heard of Luffy before. And Luffy said, yeah, I'm Dragon's son. And everyone went, huh? Calling Gabon weak because he has someone that he loves. Yep, that sounds like the typical shonen reader opinion. Bro, Zoro isn't even Isa level from Skypiea. She was literally born with Haki. And the ability to hear people's voices. She was born with that. What was Zoro born with? A big green head? That's what I thought. Oh, this is gonna be a long review video. God, I hope I can get this done in like a week, maybe. How long do I have for that? If I can get this done by the 20th, that would be fantastic. I don't have the time to watch or read any mainstream anime. Hi. My fave picture of all time that has come out of this fandom. There are two. Wait, I'm looking for the other one. Oh, come on, where is it? They're funny, trust me, they're funny. Once I find them, you guys are gonna be like, yeah, that was really fucking funny. That was really good. come on, where is it? This was everywhere. How have I lost it? I don't want to say. I don't want to say what it is. Because it hits when you don't know. Wait, there's others? Hang on, I've discovered things. Oh my god, AI mode, kill yourself, sorry. Oh come on, where's the one image I'm thinking of? It was fucking everywhere. Ah! This is really frustrating because it's in my head. I know exactly what I'm thinking of. And I know I sent it to someone, like multiple people, and said this is the best thing Power Scalers have ever made. I feel like I'm going crazy, oh my god. I feel like I'm going crazy because I know exactly what I'm looking for. Ugh. Did I send it to Foily? Oh please! I can find threads of people talking about it! But not of the edit itself! It's stupid power scaling edit and it cooked. It cooked and I can't find it! Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. No, I already know the Lend Me Your Hockey one. I have that one saved. This one is like an elite one. You don't understand. Oh my god, this sucks. Oh, I might have to give up. I swear I sent it to someone. Why can't I find it? Maybe if we look up power scaling. I promise you it's funny. I promise you it's funny. I promise it's funny, but I can't find it. This is so annoying. I thought it would be easy to find because I thought it was like that famous. I guess not. It was an underground meme. I now have to save it forever when I find it again. If I find it again, oh my god. What the hell? Alright, well, the first one, I'm sorry, I can't find it. I have no idea. I thought it would be easy to find. It was not easy to find. But the first one is easy to find. Because I have it. The first one is the all-time classic. This one. All-time classic, everyone knows this one. Now the second one, originally I was trying to find the manga edit of this, the power scaling manga edit of this. I can't fucking find it, and like I said, I thought it was like infamous. It was fucking this! It was Sanji being a cheerleader! And I need you guys to know, there's a manga edit that someone has made, like a power scaling dude bro made it, of Sanji in a cheerleading uniform next to Zoro, cheering for Zoro. And this was like them trying to make fun of him. And it made people, it made the Sanji fans that are not on the power scaling side of One Piece go, wait, this is awesome. And I can't find it! I thought it was like infamous! Or like famous, I suppose, but I cannot find it! I looked up Sanji cheerleader, Sanji cheerleading. Bruh, it doesn't exist! But it was a beautiful manga edit. It was just so beautiful, and it's gone. I thought it was like famous! I have an oomph who know exactly what I'm talking about and would have this image on hand. And they are not currently awake and it's really pissing me off. Sanji cheerleader egghead. Oh my god, where is it? Did I use Nord? It's like the most beautiful image they've ever made and I haven't... And I didn't save it. That is so sad. And like power scalers were like actively reposting this over and over again to make fun of Sanji, right? And every time they did, I felt alive. This is horrible. This is so horrible. It's like a hidden treasure. This is my One Piece. The Sanji cheerleader edit. Wait. Come on, I'm in the right rabbit hole right now. Why does this person follow me? What? I don't get why power scalers follow me. I've made it pretty clear that I don't talk about that and I don't care about that. No, it was on Twitter! Zoro's boobs are so nice. Sorry, I just saw this Weekly Jump cover. Close this, get rid of this. I just saw this Weekly Jump cover. First of all, Zoro and Sanji competing, that's great, but the main point... I know they bounce. I know they bounce. Oh, come on! I feel like I'm in the right threads and I can't find it. There are so many cheerleader Sanji edits from a what do they call themselves? Agenda piece. So many I'm finding everything but the one I want of Sanji being a cheerleader. See, this is how I know. Like, this is how I know men do not understand. They do not understand what the girlie's like, because they think, haha, I'm going to emasculate the Sanji by putting him in a cheerleading outfit. But then the Sanji girlies are like, that's hot. I like that shit. Do it again. Put him in more cheerleading outfits. Oh my god, where's the one I'm looking for? It was such a beautiful edit. They're all posting this same image instead of the one I'm looking for, which is, this image. They're all posting this one! Where's the other one? They're calling him a cheerleader, like, unironically, they're saying cheerleader, cheerleader, cheerleader. Bitch, absolutely no one. Oh, I found it! Oh my god, I finally found it! Yes! I'm saving this. I have to save this. Now this, okay, this is the absolute... Wow, they even tagged it with an @ so everyone knows who made it. Now I need you guys to know this is the best thing that's ever come out of Power Scaling Twitter. Are you ready? This is it. Look, they even tagged it. They even tagged it. They were really proud of this. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. They made this with the idea of making fun of Sanji, but I guarantee you every Sanji fan who, like, wants him carnally were like, yes, that fucking rocks. That fucking rocks. It's beautiful. Like, this is the best edit they've ever made. What a scathing burn. And they were all like calling Sanji a cheerleader, a cheerleader, a cheerleader. I'm into that shit. Most Sanji fans are into that shit. The only people that care about Sanji being a cheerleader are the men that think emasculating men is like an insult. And it's like, we like Sanji because we think he's a bit more feminine. That's the reason a lot of us like Sanji, because we think he's a bit more feminine than the average man, and we like that shit. We like that shit. He's so curvy, right? He's actually serving. You know what's really funny as well? They didn't even take a panel. They took, I think, when Luffy was fighting Lucci, and they just put, look at his little fucking horse boots. Anyway, they put like Zoro looking casual over this, and isn't this just like this is big news Morgan type of propaganda? Because you and I all know that Zoro was having a tough time with Lucci. We all know that he was sweating and he was huffing and he was puffing and he was struggling, right? We all know. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, hang on. You know why he's so, like, calm here? Because he's got Sanji cheering for him. Now, here's the thing. He's like, I have to look cool in front of him. Here's the thing, right? They're trying to make fun of Sanji, but this is implying that because Sanji is there cheering him on, he is succeeding. Meaning, did Zoro not have a little Sanji cheerleader, he would not be just absolutely bodying, what is it, base Lucci. There's many implications here. So they can call him a cheerleader all they want. But I can easily say, your goat would not be winning unless he had this beautiful little cheerleader in his corner. Unless he had that support that every man needs. That's why he's so calm. Yeah, no, this is all agenda piece men. This is all agenda piece men trying to slander Sanji and make Zoro look like the big dog. It's the other way around as well. You also get, like, that's where this is base Lucci we're up against came from. That was, I think, Sanji fans slandering Zoro fans. Bro, agenda piece is another fucking monster to me. I don't know what they do over there. I really don't know what they do over there. I don't have the link for this. Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. Here you go. This link isn't the original person who posted it, but here you go. Enjoy. Well, that's why they're calling him a cheerleader, because of how he got Zoro moving. And again, I don't think they understand the implications of that. Sanji's not small, he's just far away. Hello? Hello? This person worked so hard to make this beautiful piece of art, and you're like, Sanji is small. Hello, it's fucking depth perception. Anyway, yeah, so they were calling Sanji a cheerleader because of what he did for Zoro and Egghead, not realizing that they are pushing the idea that the reason Zoro succeeded is because Sanji cheered him on. And it's like, that's still, like, makes Sanji valuable to Zoro? I don't know why they think this is an insult. Because who the fuck makes fun of cheerleaders? I don't. Like, what, like, football player makes fun of cheerleaders? They all fucking love cheerleaders, right? Cheerleaders are there to motivate. Just because he's got, in fact, he looks beautiful. Big busty boobs, beautiful long legs. The knee-high boots, oh slay. Absolute serve. Anyway. It's real. Did I tell you guys that I thought Agenda Piece was like woke piece? Because I thought Agenda Piece was, there's a One Piece agenda and it's woke, you know what I mean? Like, I thought Agenda Piece was arguing about, like, Yamato's pronouns. I thought that's what Agenda Piece was. So every time I saw people shitting on Agenda Piece, I was like, ugh. And then I found out what it actually was, and I was like, oh, that's stupider than I thought, never mind. Oh god, I needed that pick me up. There are male cheerleaders, they exist. They exist everywhere. And they are not made fun of. You know why? Because they're the one with the most women. No, Agenda Piece is just a constant battle of my goat, my goat. red hammock because they're deprived of physical intimacy. I just like to imagine that person making that edit of Sanji being a cheerleader and going, yeah, this will fucking get him. Yeah, this will get him. This is such a good fucking, like, such a good got him on this stupid character who is not as good as Zoro. I mean, Red, I think I've talked about this before. I believe many people in history had Luffy's fruit, but they couldn't unlock it. Because I keep saying, I don't think Luffy exactly, like, just got super mega buffed by the fruit. I think because of who Luffy is, he unlocked the ability of that fruit. And to me, that's what makes that so special. That if Luffy were not Luffy, he would not have been able to awaken the fruit the way he did. It's less that Luffy has a god fruit and more that Luffy has awakened himself as a god. At least that's how I see it. Like, Luffy has crafted this with his own hands. I always saw it as that. I never saw it as, oh, so he's just got a god fruit. I saw it as, holy fuck, Luffy is probably one of the only people that could ever do that and awaken that. Because I don't believe it's unearned at all. We have watched Luffy's journey. We have watched how he's grown. We literally watched him die just to come back to life, and that's because he refuses to sit down. He refuses to lose. He will forever stand back up, and that's what has awakened that fruit. His will to win and his will for freedom. It is not unearned at all. We have watched him earn that. For 25 years we have watched him earn that. We even see it when he was training with Rayleigh. He had to consider how to use his power more. It's not like this fruit just made him super mega strong immediately. Well, that's the best part. Everyone keeps calling Luffy a god and calling Luffy Joy Boy, and Luffy keeps going, who? And Oda's really elaborating that this is still Luffy. That people are trying to label him as something that he is not. Because it's like, oh, so he's got a past, oh, he's got fate, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's very specific that Luffy is still saying, I'm still Luffy. I'm not Nika, I'm not Gear 5, I'm not Nika, I'm not Joy Boy, I'm Luffy. He made that prominent when he was, Kaido was like, is that you, Joy Boy? And Luffy said, I am Monkey D. Luffy. Because I've said this before, I don't think Nika and Joy Boy, or at least Joy Boy, was someone who just ate that fruit and became a god. I think Joy Boy was similar to Luffy. And Joy Boy also had that will to be able to unlock the fruit. I don't think just anyone can do that. Right? I do not believe this is a Chosen One story. I believe Luffy crafted, like, he did this with his own hands. If Luffy were not as a... if he didn't persevere like he did, he would not have unlocked this fruit. He had to earn that. Because if he didn't have to earn that, then why didn't he awaken a lot sooner? Why didn't he awaken in Marineford when Ace was about to die? That fruit was not easy. Or in Dressrosa, exactly. We quite literally watch him develop his fruits through the years with his own intelligence and his own strategies until we finally get Gear 5, which feels like it's finally Luffy working in harmony with his fruit. Which again, is something he worked for. No, I don't think Shanks knew about Ace at all. Is my stream back? It disconnected for a second. I think it's fixed. Sorry, reload your streams, please. Don't know what happened there. It's back, it's back. Not disable VPN. What was I gonna say? Oh, because people keep saying this and this and this about Luffy's fate and how foreshadowing this and this. I can easily see Luffy, like, turning to us and saying, no. Like, I'm not on this path because someone told me I am. It's back, reload. Yep, we're live. Anyway, when it comes to Luffy and his fate, Luffy is someone who is not determined by that, so I can easily see him. It looks like he's gonna go down one way, and he goes, nope, that's not what I've decided. And honestly, I think that's what might happen. I think it's gonna be a whole thing of, oh, fate, 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 and then Luffy's gonna turn around and say, no, this is not fate, this is a path I have chosen. Which is why when people say Luffy's gonna die at the end of One Piece because of all this foreshadowing, I don't think that can determine anything for Luffy. I think Oda can very much flip the script and be like, no, Luffy is so self-determined in what he will be and what he will do. Not even foreshadowing will determine where he's going to go. Not even the foreshadowing of his death is going to kill him. Do you know what I mean? I can see something like that happening. Fate in One Piece? I guess Shirahoshi. Oh, Nika and Joy Boy are different people. At least, I thought that was something that was, you know... Has that not been stated in the manga, or is that just a theory right now? No, that has to, because Nika existed before Joy Boy existed. We know that. At least I think we know that. I mean, wasn't Zunisha previously on Joy Boy's crew? It's because, Joy Boy looks like Nika, and now Luffy looks like Nika. Not because Nika is Joy Boy, but because they both had the same fruit, probably, and they both awakened it. That's true. Luffy has to live for Two Piece, guys. Luffy needs to have a son called Boofy. Zoro's Sanji will have a son. I don't think they should have one of those. Create two-piece, make Monkey D. Boofy, and then make Luffy a distant father who barely ever interacts with his child. You know, people are saying Boruto's good now. I just don't believe them. I just don't believe them. I don't believe them saying Boruto's good. Because I'm seeing what Boruto looks like. They've made him, like, edgy. Right now, Boruto looks edgy. I don't know if you've seen, like, his new design. His older new design. He looks so edgy. And I'm like, I don't think Boruto is good. Now, I think he's just edgier. And a lot of people can't distinguish between what's better and what's edgier sometimes. Boruto is literally, it gets good, trust me. I ask this so respectfully, is Boruto even on the Shonen Jump covers? He's not, right? Luffy is so fucking greedy. I look up Shonen Jump cover 2025 and so many of them are just Luffy. Where's the Shonen Jump covers archive? There it is. I feel like Shonen Jump are struggling to find their new big three. I have a question. Where's the cover that I just had open? What the hell? Oof, we are lagging. Yeah, Boruto isn't on the Jump covers with everyone else. I wonder why. Is it not doing well? Are they trying to hide it or something? Because Naruto was definitely on plenty of Jump covers with Luffy. Anyway, I have a question. Who's this guy? The white-haired guy, what's he from? Sakamoto Days, is he? Okay. Because, the reason I ask is because... Oh fuck, I didn't mean to close that. No. Is there a monthly Shonen Jump? What are the monthly Shonen Jump covers? Monthly Shonen Jump cover. Why does monthly Shonen Jump barely exist? What? Why are they not archived? Well, I look up monthly Shonen Jump, I still don't see Boruto on any covers, I'm afraid. Oh, look at this. The good old days, huh? When times were simple. Oh, Blue Exorcist. Anyway, the reason I bring up who the fella from Sakamoto Days is because I think they're trying to find their new big three. And I feel like this is an odd process because, right? And it feels like they're pushing it to be Sakamoto Days and Kagurabachi. But there's also indication that they're not exactly sure that's what they want to go with. Because you have them somewhat standing out here, then you've got other ones standing out too, and then here is just a total mess. I can't tell who their big three are from this, I must say. And then this one is really pushing Sakamoto and Kagurabachi, but then she's there too. And she's in front of Kagurabachi. So I don't know. It definitely feels like Sakamoto Days is being pushed. But, all I know is Luffy remains. Luffy remains, but, who will replace Luffy? That is surely the question. So many people are saying, oh, there'll always be another One Piece. Like, there will be another One Piece. I just don't think that's that. Get out of here. I just don't know if that's, like, that true. I'm sure there'll be One Piece replicas, because there's so many people saying there are people who are waiting for One Piece to end to be able to, like, release their manga. And it's like, are they? Look at this big fucking greedy monkey. Because it's like, when One Piece ends, will there undoubtedly be a Shonen Jump manga that will stand out from the rest the way One Piece does? Or will it be a constant fight? I just don't know. Because I know, like, there was the big three. The big three is a Western made-up thing, by the way. That wasn't a thing in Japan. Because One Piece was just so fucking crazy big in Japan. There was no competition. Like, People go, oh, Naruto and Bleach. Don't get me wrong, there were times that Naruto and Bleach did contend with One Piece. But I don't think people understand how just fucking big One Piece is in Japan. It's insane. It's truly insane how big it is. So it's like, the big three was never a thing. It was One Piece and Naruto and Bleach. Right? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be another Luffy. You know? I don't know if there's going to be a Luffy fill-in. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. This big fat hat, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Also, people are saying Kagurabachi is good. Once again, I read like the first 5 chapters of Kagurabachi, and yes, I know that maybe that's not a fair go. It's not. It is the over-exposition king. King. It has a pretty sloppy start, I can tell you that much. And once again, I am suspicious of, is it actually good or is it edgy with good art? I think a lot of people don't know how to differentiate writing from, like, artistic style. I genuinely think they don't. Hence why Jujutsu Kaisen got so popular, because the anime was really pretty. The manga was not that popular before the anime came out. Like, it was known, but it wasn't, like, cover of Shonen Jump levels known. I'm suspicious, as always. I'm so suspicious when only men say that something is good. It's only guys saying Kagurabachi is good, and I'm like, I don't think that's true. I just think it looks pretty and it's edgy. And Doctor, once again, the big three was not a real thing. It was a Western conception. It wasn't an actual conception in Japan or in Shonen Jump. Naruto and Bleach were, like, popular, yes. But again, it was, like, weird to compare to One Piece, because you truly do not understand the fucking crazy impact of One Piece in Japan. I'm not saying this is a One Piece, like I'm not trying to boost up One Piece. I'm saying that One Piece was uncontendable. It was just insane. You really don't understand, like, how fucking crazy One Piece is in Japan until you go there. I'm serious. It's like, this is, like, just something, it's absolutely something else, a different kind of pop cultural movement for them. Yeah, One Piece has its own chain of stores, multiple. It's got like 10 different stores all around Japan. Yeah, I know about Sanji's extra large mousetrap. But at the same time, don't get me wrong, Naruto and Bleach are legendary. They're still legendary. But the idea of a big three in Shonen Jump at the time, it was a Western conception. It wasn't actually something that Shonen Jump, like, ran with, nor that I believe Japan had an idea about. I'm pretty sure the big three came from Western fan bases calling it that. Someone has a video on it. I forgot who it was, but apparently it's good. Totally not Mark, yeah. He had a video on the misconception of the big three. Look, once again, I need to find it again, but there's an interview from the Naruto author, and it's in Spanish, because of course Naruto was also big in Spain. of him saying he doesn't quite understand why Naruto is bigger in the West. He doesn't understand why Naruto is favored in the West compared to One Piece. And again, this is not me going ha 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 ha. This is something that I was sent and he said, but it was a Spanish interview. I saw it with my own eyes. It was in a magazine. It's just edgy. It's just edgy. The Western children desire edginess. It's also why Attack on Titan became so globally phenomenal. Because it was bloody and gory. And there was fighting and war. One Piece is seen as more childish. And that's for babies. The end, Doctor, there are so many people that has happened to. There have been so many Naruto fans who read One Piece so they could say Naruto's better, and then they went, fuck! Fuck, One Piece is better! Oh, he popped up twice, did you see that? Naruto was carried by the yaoi, let's be honest. They hate to hear it, but it's true. If Sasuke wasn't a thing, I don't think Naruto would be where it is. They hate to hear it, but it's true. Every big shonen has a big yaoi couple behind it, has a big yaoi ship behind it. It has to have one, or it's not succeeding. I have no idea what Bleach's yaoi ship was. I know it had one, I don't know what it was. I didn't see it around. Dragon Ball, bro! Fucking Goku and Vegeta. Do you know how much art I've seen of those two kissing? People think it's like Goku and Vegeta. Bitch, the Goku and Vegeta shippers have been going strong for years. You just haven't seen them. Gogeta. Death Note had Light and L. Absolute famous yaoi couple. And of course, what is the yaoi ship of One Piece, guys? What could it possibly be? Oh, that's so fucked up of you. Shanks and Buggy. I want to believe that Oda wanted the biggest ship to be Shanks and Buggy. But he had to he had to wait before dropping the divorce. And I bet that tore him up inside. He was desperate to drop the divorce. Judge and Caesar are canon, so it's like weird that they're not more popular. Hey, what the fuck is with Emery having a big straw hat, by the way? I keep forgetting about it, and then I remember it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I still have no fucking idea what that means. I still have no clue what the hell that means. Like, did everyone have a straw hat on Joy Boy's crew? Are there more straw hats out there? Evil Joy Boy.
Howdy do, boys.
How'd I do? I don't think Joy Boy was a giant, though. Unless Joy Boy went into the giant... Unless someone had that giant fruit thing like the owl has, Biblo, and gigantified his hat. But we saw Joy Boy's silhouette alongside Emmet. Joy Boy was small. I think we do know. We saw him with Emmet. I'm not making this up. Joy Boy's little. You guys are fucking with me. He's which will we whittle? Look! Bitch, he's tiny! What are you talking about? That's him! He's ant-sized! Guys, he's tiny! That's how big Luffy was compared to Emmet. Look at this! Montreal Flamingo, you say sorry to me right now. He's little, he's like this big. Look at him. Joy Boy's so small. He's so little. He's so little. Yeah, because people go, Joy Boy giant, Joy Boy giant. I was like, I thought that was debunked when we saw him talking to Emmet. Anyway. It's possible that that is Joy Boy's hat and it got gigantified with that gigantify fruit that Biblo has. Like, it's still possible it's Joy Boy's hat. It's just Joy Boy I don't think was a giant. What if Emu's tiny? What if Emu was ant-sized? You went that wrong. I helped you and backed you up there, Flamingo. Yes, see, he says. I'm killing it on TikTok. I've barely posted much on TikTok. I'm getting a little phone microphone thing tomorrow. God, I hope it works. so I can post more. I'm so excited to duet people and say your theory sucks. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm still excited to talk more about stupid things on TikTok. You guys heard that? My username on TikTok is because I couldn't get MelonTeee. It's MelonTeee. But mind you, people say MelonTeee anyways. That's okay, Mr. Prince. This is why you need a VPN. And with NordVPN. Yeah, Mel of MelonTeee melons. My government name, MelonTeee. It's funny because there's things like I want to talk about, but I'm like, that wouldn't be long enough for a video essay. Such as why Punk Hazard is the funniest arc in my opinion. There's a tomb on top of the giant straw hat. You know whose tomb that is? Kawina's. Yep. Yep. Spread that around. Bitch, I can't post the Wapple theory on TikTok. People are privy to it now. Sorry, the Wapple fact on TikTok. YouTube Shorts. I'm really scared of YouTube Shorts. I don't know how they work. Maybe I should. Oh god, there's so many things to post. Maybe I can do a Sanji text TikTok actually real quick. I'm excited for my little pink microphone. It's like one of those little wire microphones that you put in your phone and you just have it and it's like a little mic. I really hope it sounds good because I'll be really sad if it doesn't work. It's so cute looking. Actually, is it on the way? I need to know. I should be getting them tomorrow. I know Sanji and Kari share a VA. Mama Mad Dog, that would take research. I need to do a TikTok on why Gabon is not a one-to-one Sanji. You guys are wrong. And Rayleigh's not a one-to-one Zoro. You guys are wrong. That's my biggest peeve, actually. Rayleigh and Zoro are just the same. No, the fuck they're not. Stop saying that. They're not the same. You know what? I will make that a TikTok. Oh, because it's pissing me off too much. Every time I see it, it drives me insane. But sword, alcoholic, Scar. Okay, what about his fucking personality makes him Zoro? He even said Zoro looks like an idiot. He has a wife. A beautiful hot wife. He says he loves young women. And he hates himself. These are fucking Sanji traits. And he calls Zoro an idiot. A fucking idiot. Rayleigh's clearly a mix of Zoro and Sanji. He's got Zoro's, like, some of Zoro's outer appearance, such as sword, alcohol, and Scar. Personality-wise, he's fucking nothing like Zoro. It actually makes me insane. It makes me insane because people say, oh, he's so like Zoro. And I ask where? And they give me appearance things. They don't give me personality. And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me. I need more than appearance.
Yeah.
Choo dada, choo dada, doom dada, doom dada. But yeah, Gabon and Rayleigh are clearly like hybrid Bizarro mixes of Zoro and Sanji. They are not one-to-one Zoro and Sanjis, and that's on purpose. That's on purpose. It feels like Oda made weird Zosan love babies out of Gabon and Rayleigh. Which is funny because they're old. You know what? Maybe Zoro and Sanji are the Gabon and Rayleigh love children. Maybe they bonked. Wait, that would make them related. Never mind. Get them. Oh my god, separate them right now. Ew! Maybe that theory about Zoro and Sanji being half-brothers was right. Right, literally both Rayleigh and Gabon like women and have stated that they like women. Like, openly. It's not just they got married suddenly. It was Rayleigh saying, I love young women. I love women. And it's like, bitch, the first line Rayleigh ever says sounds like something Sanji would say. Are you fucking kidding me? What were the things that Brooke knew about that was a little weird? What are you talking about? Sorry? What's the context? Have to acknowledge. Oh, are you asking me what I thought was weird when Brooke knew about things? Yeah. When he had knowledge on the Vinsmokes, that was crazy. Because even Robin was like, I've heard the name, but I'm not 100% sure. And Brooke was like, ah, yeah, German Kingdom, I know these bitches. When Brooke knew what the Holy Knights were in Elbaf, that was super sus. Super sus. I can't think of what in Wano he knew. I can't remember the samurai! He knew about the samurai! Yeah, that was sus. That was in Punk Hazard. When he explained what samurai were. Yeah, that was also odd. I'm familiar. Yeah, Brooke had approximate knowledge of a lot of things that it felt like he shouldn't have had knowledge on. Also, when Brooke found out that Sanji was from the north, and Brooke went, "What?" And Nami went, huh? And Brooke said, "Bro, you don't just move from the north to the east. No one just does that." And Nami was like, "I mean, I thought it was weird, but I wasn't exactly sure." Because, of course, Nami knew the geography, but she didn't know the scale of what it would take to have to move seas, right? That was, when Sanji got taken by, Beige in Zoro. Fuck, what chapter was that? Was that in the 700s? Or in the 600s? Was it in the... No. Was it in the 800s? It was in the 800s. 812. It was these chapters. Oh god, look at him. Mwah. Oh, I miss him. I miss him in his traumatized little face. Yeah, but it'd be 812. Or somewhere around there. Fuck, I wish I was there when Whole Cake Island was happening, and I wish I was in this position that I was in when Whole Cake Island was happening. Because holy shit, I would have been so annoying. So unbelievably annoying. And you guys would have been behind me with how annoying I was being. Monsieur Flamingo. Pedro. You bitch. You bitch. How could you forget about Pedro? He respected that man big. I don't have any takes about Sanji's fight. Pedro even fought your fucking fella, Baron Tamago. Oh my god. Too Baron Tamago focused. Baron Tamago vision. I don't have any thoughts about the Stealth Black page 1 fight. It did what it needed, and it taught me things about Sanji and Windsmokes and Sora, Warrior of the Sea, so... No, exactly. We didn't know what Brooke had done before being a pirate or while being a pirate, which is why I was like, Brooke is probably the only Straw Hat that can have a credible Whole Cake Island. Brooke has like 2 lives that we haven't seen before. What's wrong with him using the raid suit against page 1? He even says, okay, I can finally test this out. Like, doesn't he say that? He's like, alright, I have a chance to test this out. He wasn't in a corner. He was just like, well, I've got a new toy to use, so I might as well use it. I like that Gabon and Somas have met before. Old Man Yowie stocks are going up. Toxic Old Man Yowie. I want to believe Rayleigh was a devoted wife to Roger and... Wait, can I say this? Rayleigh was a devoted wife to Roger. And Gabon was the cuck. Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. Meh! Good for him. That would make a good TikTok. People would think I'm slandering Gabon. S-cuck Gabon. They'd think I'm slandering him. Weird headcanon. There is a sense of polygamy in cucking. Why the fuck did I say that? That is not a sentence anyone in my bloodline has ever fucking said ever. I'm the first person in my bloodline to ever say that. But thanks. Thanks for making me say that. Awesome. It's not wrong, but I don't ever want to say that again. You're welcome. It's only just because, like, I've seen the way Rayleigh talks about Roger. That shit's insane. Like, I feel like Gabon can't compete. Because there was someone who did have a first mate, and that was Rayleigh. And that was Roger. And I think I know why. Rayleigh will literally get drunk thinking about Roger with his wife in front of him. And I was thinking, oh man, poor Shucky, but then I talked about this. If I was in Shucky's position, I'd... I get it, girl. I get it, girl. I get it, girl. Yeah, I'd bag that sad man too. I totally get it, girl. I'm with her. Because I'll be honest, I don't think she is having a bad time. I think she might love that Rayleigh gets drunk talking about Roger. It's super cute, by the way, that Roger gave Rayleigh his hat. I didn't notice that until I reread it. Not the straw hat, of course. That went to Shanks. His second hat. He gave that to Rayleigh! That is so cute! Like, Gabon can't compete with this. Hang on, I have it somewhere. True. Out of Rayleigh and Gabon, who's happier? Who's happier, do we think? Because I sure wouldn't say the grieving widow. The grieving alcoholic who has tried to off himself more than once. Found it. It's these little details. Oh, that it makes me love One Piece so much. Here, look, so he's saying goodbye. And look what this man is holding. That is Roger's hat. Isn't that so cute? Isn't that so cute? He gave him his hat. Oh, that is so cute. Oh. Apparently he has that hat like framed or sitting somewhere in Shaki's bar. Apparently, Anna said that. And I didn't see it. But she saw it. And I never asked, like, where she, like... Because it would be in Subodhi. I just didn't double check. That is so cute. I'm one the case. That is so cute. Look at Gabon. Look at Gabon. Gabon and Buggy. Aww. I bet Gabon was like... How do I explain this? Like, because Shanks and Buggy were raised by this crew, right? I bet Gabon was like really, really fun as a guardian. And I bet Roger was really fun. And Rayleigh was was the one having to rein them in all the time. Isn't there like there's like panels or chapters or something that show that Rayleigh was always the one going, "Stop that!" Now who's this bad bitch? Ponytail. Ponytail fringe. Who is that bad bitch? Hey, do you think this was a Breakfast Club reference? I don't actually think that, by the way, but wouldn't that... it fucking might be, actually. Oda's watched so much shit. I don't think that's a stretch. Spencer. Damn. We want to talk about the real misogynist in One Piece. Why the fuck didn't Roger have any women on his crew? Even Whitebeard had women on his crew. What is wrong with you? He had Rayleigh. He already had a bad bitch. Did Whitebeard kick Whitebeard out? Because someone in my Tumblr was defending Whitebeard about that. They said that Whitebeard left on her own. She didn't get kicked out. What am I saying? White Bay? What's her name? Whitey Bay? I don't know, Flamingo, I'm asking you. But I can't imagine Whitebeard kicking someone off his crew unless they fucking killed someone. Like Blackbeard. I'm gonna also make Kizaru is a bum TikToks. I can't. I need to make a TikTok about how Kizaru's a bum. I have to. No, Kizaru is in that level with Garp. Where it's like, I like Kizaru as a character, but the way people talk about him, they talk about him like, oh, poor guy, poor little guy. Poor little guy, my goat had to suffer. And it's like, he made this bed. Ugh, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, consequences to my actions. Like, what? That's what they were doing in Egghead. They were like, oh my god, look at what he has to go through. And it's like, bitch, he can just quit. He can just quit, and he's not quitting. You think I'm scared? The dude bros love Kizaru. You think I'm scared? They don't respect me anyways. Like, they never respected me because first of all, I'm a woman. Second of all, I'm gay. Third of all, I like yaoi. I make Zoro and Sanji kiss. They fucking never respected me. Right, Aokiji literally left. He was active. What was the thing I said? I was like, when someone has an opinion in this chat, I want them to be scared to type that opinion. I want them to type an opinion and have them think about, should I send this? And so far it's worked. I would not say the Blackbeard Pirates are better than Marines, nor would I say the Marines are better than Blackbeard Pirates. However, how interesting that Aokiji, who used to be in the Marines, was like, well, if I want to make a difference, I guess I gotta join the Blackbeard Pirates. He couldn't even do the work he wanted to do in the Marines. So he went to the Blackbeard Pirates. Doesn't that speak fucking levels? That he went from the Marines to the Blackbeard Pirates because the Marines were not accepting of what he was trying to change? That's fucked up. That makes the Marines look worse, in my opinion. That Blackbeard was like, I'll accept you. I'll listen to you. Like, what? The Marines just weren't having it. I need a Garp video for Garp. I can't make a TikTok on Garp. There's a lot to say. Remember what Blackbeard said to Aokiji. We don't have to like each other, we just both have to want something. I don't know what Blackbeard wants and I don't know what Aokiji wants. But it's clear that Aokiji is not joining Blackbeard because he's like, yeah, I want to fucking take over the world and build the world. I want to kill people. Like, that's pretty clear. He also did not want to join him at first until Blackbeard said that. All we know is Aokiji did not agree with the— sorry, Kuzan. Kuzan did not agree with the way Akainu was running the Marines, and Akainu did not listen to him. So he left. Get a job! Who's rescuing Garp? Hopefully no one. Luffy is not rescuing Garp. He's so fucking for real. I know Luffy, like, cares for Garp. He's not rescuing him. Honestly, Dragon would save Garp before Luffy would. Only because Dragon just has to save people. Yeah, Luffy would say Garp can handle it. Lol. LOL. No, I do not believe Aokiji is at all undercover, because I think that takes away from how he fought Akainu. I think that takes away from what he went through with Akainu if he were just undercover. I think that's a very easy cop-out. And it's especially, you know, it would be especially stupid because we saw how Kuzan was questioning the Marines and questioning what the Marines were doing ever since Ohara. And then after Marineford, it got to a point. It got to a point where he was like, this is not something I can work under anymore. Something has to change, and Akainu didn't listen to him. I cannot see a man like that being undercover for the Marines. Kuzan realized how fucked the Marines were ever since he saw a civilian ship get blown up by Akainu. He was fucking shocked by that. That's why, one of the reasons why he let Robin go. Because he realized what they were doing in Ohara was wrong. Can you imagine? He fights Akainu, he loses a leg. And then he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go undercover. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the leg. Also, how fucking authoritarian is Akainu? That when Aokiji wants to question the way he's running the Marines, he's like, fight me about it. That's insane. That is not the way you run an organization. And this is why when people go, sword, 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 that's separate from the Marines. No! If Akainu didn't want sword to exist, they would not exist. We literally saw him fucking beat Aokiji into the ground. Simply because Aokiji disagreed with him. Sword clearly has to exist under Akainu's authority. How fucking else could it exist? If he didn't want sword to exist, it would not exist. It's that simple. I don't know, guy with 3 eyes. That's a future I can't imagine. Flamingo, it's not weird at all. Because sword is still under Marine jurisdiction. It is. He still runs it. I do not think it's weird at all if Akainu was in charge of sword. That is still a military that he can control. Yeah, Marines that resigned their code. Doesn't that already sound just so dangerous? Imagine a cop who resigned his code. Imagine that in the real world. Think about that. The cop code already fucking sucks. And now imagine a cop that's like, I don't go by the code. This is what sword is. This is why when people go, oh, sword. People go, oh yeah, sword, sword. No, sword sounds horrifying to me. It sounds absolutely terrifying. Sword is under the Marines' thumb. It has to be. They fly the Marine flag, they wear the Marine uniforms, and they wear justice on their backs. They are Marines. I don't know how many times I have to say they are Marines. They are Marines without having to follow the Marine code. They are literally fucking loose cannon cops. That is horrifying. They're cops turning off their body cam. Exactly, that's what they are. And people are so desperate to separate them from the Marines, and it doesn't make sense. They are still Marines. If I kind of didn't think they were justice, they wouldn't exist. But yeah, this is a hot topic, haha. Because of the amount of people I've seen try to say sword not Marine, sword better than Marines, blah 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 blah. And it's like, you guys are so fucking brainwashed. You're so brainwashed. Holy shit, they are Marines. You just don't want them to be because you know the Marines are not good. Well, Flamingo, because Garp loves authority. Garp loves authority. Because Garp is purposefully oblivious to the wrongs of the Marines. And that's how toxic he is, right? It's not toxic, but that's how flawed he is. He knows there are problems in the Marines. And he decides to stay in the Marines and try and fix it from the inside with means that don't tend to work. Two of his previous students, Dragon, we can assume, and Kuzan both left. Both went against him. Kuzan even pointed that out and said, how interesting that the people you choose to like train and take on as an apprentice turn against you. Kuzan even pointed that out. Garp's method is not working. And it's when it's like, oh, Garp doesn't want to directly serve the Celestial Dragons, that's why he didn't get promoted. And it's like, you still work for the Celestial Dragons as a Marine. Because the world government is the boss of the Marines. This is just a fact. The world government is the boss of the Marines, and guess who's in the world government? The Celestial Dragons. Garp being like, oh, I don't want to work directly for the Celestial Dragons, is Garp fucking like, oh, I don't see! I don't see! That's what he's doing! He is purposefully oblivious to this horrible fucking system. He must know that as a Marine, in some way, he serves the Celestial Dragons and the world government. He must know. But he doesn't want to think about it. Instead, he doesn't directly serve under them, so that's a good cop-out, right? No, I don't think it's emotional intelligence. I just think Garp is stubborn. I think Garp truly believes the Marines can do good and that the Marines are justice. And he's too stubborn. He's too stubborn to move from that, which is why when we found out Dragon used to be a Marine... Dragon used to be a Marine, and Dragon is Garp's son. That should be so telling. It should be so telling that Garp tried to push this on Dragon, and his own son said, this is fucked. This is not helping anybody. I have to leave. I have to actually do something. So he started a revolutionary army. Right? Here's my question. If Marines separate themselves from the world government, will they still be good? Will they be any better? If you have a military force and that military force is now under no one's jurisdiction except for the military, is that a good thing? Would we call that a good thing? A loose cannon military that can operate by any means that the military decides to operate at. No, that is not a good thing. Because again, I've said it before, the issue with Marines is they wear justice on their backs. That's the problem. Justice on their backs is the issue. So long as they wear justice on their backs, they are not doing a good thing. Because it means anything they do, they believe is justice. Which includes killing people. Any kind of violent action, they will say, this is justice, this is justice. One, like, body, one organization should not be determining what the fuck justice is like that. Because then you get the Marines. And then you get killing innocent people and little girls and blowing up islands in the name of justice. And that's the issue. So long as they have justice on their backs, nothing will change. This is why the Revolutionary Army do not have justice on their backs. Because they want to move for the people. They're not trying to put their organization above people. Their people is for the organization, because that's the biggest lie of all. Oh, Marines are for the people. Marines are to help people, blah, blah. Marines will look out for each other before they'll ever look out for a civilian. Ever. And this is like shit that we've seen. A Marine will save themselves before they will save innocent people. They are not for the people. They're just a military. There shouldn't be anything on their backs. There shouldn't be a thing on their backs. Like, why do you think we got that whole monologue about justice from Doflamingo? Doflamingo, one of the most absolutely dastardly villainous horrible fuckers ever in One Piece, about what justice is. Justice is determined by the victors. Why do you think the most disgusting person ever in One Piece told us what justice is and what justice means in the world of One Piece? It's almost like Oda's trying to say something about the justice on the Marine's back. I truly do think that One Piece, like, what will happen to the Marines is they will rip that word off their backs. I really do think that's what's going to happen. Especially with Dragon saying stuff like, I didn't see any justice in the Marines. I think a new dawn will come when the Marines rip that fucking word off their backs. It's what weights them. And what makes them seem superior to the common person, and any action they can possibly do is justice. That's an incredibly dangerous mindset. Incredibly dangerous mindset, especially when said person is holding a gun and they say, this is for justice. Like, come on. I mean, Fujitora in the Holy Lands was like, what the fuck are we doing? Who are we protecting here? Why are we protecting the slave owners and not the slaves? And that's justice, right? That's the justice on their backs. Writer makes worst guy he's ever created ever talk about what justice is, just to then make a system that has justice on their backs. You haven't seen Cobra and Smoker interact? No. Smoker, I need you to get out of there. Oh my god. Why is Smoker still there? Smoker, you're on thin fucking ice, buddy. Smoker is, in my opinion, similar to Garp, but less fucking annoying. Where Smoker wants to do good, and he believes he can do good in the Marines. But unlike Garp, Smoker just fucking hates authority. Smoker absolutely hates authority, and Smoker clearly cannot stand the Marines. Smoker does not like the Marines. He doesn't think they're, like, good. Which is why he says to Tashigi, you have to follow your own sense of justice, not the thing that they're telling you to follow. But that's the thing, Smoker clearly sees pirates are more nuanced than he first thought. That was the whole point of Alabasta and Punk Hazard. He knows pirates are not evil anymore. He knows they're not bad anymore. And I really do think Smoker is in a position of he wants to do good, and he thinks the only way he can do some good is in the Marines. Because I don't think all the Marines are bad guys. I don't. I just question the motivation of some of them. But for Smoker, I think I understand what he's doing, but I think it's not the right choice, so we'll see what happens. Well, we know that the revolutionaries are moving on some type of justice, by the way. We know this because Dragon clearly seeks justice. But once again, there's a difference between wanting to move with, like, an idea of justice and then teaching everyone what justice is and making them wear that mark on their back. Like, Dragon is not authoritarian the way Akainu is. That's very clear. This is why the Revolutionary Army and the Marines mirror each other. Not Marines and pirates. That's propaganda. Because justice is not a bad thing. It's when you push into someone's head, this is what justice is and everything you do is justice. That's the problem. I think once I do this, I'm gonna go to bed. I knew it wouldn't be a long stream today because I just finished recording it before I started streaming. I'm gonna say something controversial, by the way, about Bonnie and Egghead. I hope she doesn't fight. I hope she stays safe in that building with her dad through this whole ordeal. I don't want her to fight. She went through so fucking much on Egghead. I just want her to sit tight with her dad and hope things pass. I don't think Oda forgot about them at all. I just think all the action is not where they are. I think Oda has purposely put Lilith and Bonnie in an area where they don't have to fight. No, they're still at the building. The building was in a forest. They're definitely still at the building. They haven't left it. Were they running with Frankie and Ripley? I remember when Frankie... Did they? Because I remember Frankie punching a nightmare and... They were running with them, were they? They better have been running away! To be fair, I don't know where Frankie is right now. Oh my god, turn back around. Who knows where they're going then? Maybe Kuma was left somewhere and Bonnie's like, fuck, I gotta go pick up my dad. No, I saw Ripley say Mama's coming, but Ripley was not with Saturn. Sorry, with Saturn. Ripley was not with Lilith and Bonnie. I think Lilith and Bonnie are currently with Frankie, and I don't know where Frankie is. The music? Hello? Well, then we'll see what happens. No, I don't think Oda's forgotten them. Sorry, I get really frustrated when people say Oda forgot. No, he didn't forget. He's just got other shit to say right now. God damn, the arc's still going. It's like when people say Oda forgot about Smoker. No, he didn't forget about Smoker. Smoker's just not relevant to the story right now. I forgot they weren't in the building anymore, so Oda's better than me. You know what that means? When Biblo, oh my god, sorry, Biblo the owl. When, Bonnie and Lilith do show up again, if I wasn't told this, I'd be like, what the fuck? I thought they were in the building. Oda's forgotten about the Stinkmen. Oh my god, bring back the Stinkmen, what the fuck? I'm gonna laugh if Loki, like, gets unchained to help the Straw Hats and Haiduren, and the Stinkmen come back and go, where'd he go? Alright, so they're running somewhere. Oh, Jesus. What is Vegapunk's clone gonna have to do with all this? God, there's so much in Elbaf to cover. I still think it's possible that the clone is going to have information on King Harold. Because we know that was like a specific clone for like traveling. I never thought Vivi would rejoin an Elbaf. Oh, I never thought that. Everyone else thought that. I was the only fuck around here saying, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think she's gonna rejoin. I never thought it was gonna be an Elbaf. Oh my god, so you hate waffles. You definitely mixed me up. I've always said it doesn't make sense because we have her newspaper photo. Why the fuck would she appear in Elbaf if the Straw Hats haven't even seen the newspaper photo, or if Luffy and the Alabaster crew haven't seen it? Otherwise, that would just be an unnecessary plot point for nothing. They can't see Vivi until they see that newspaper. I know that much. It's been longer than a wink a week since the Reverie. Remember, they were in Wano for a long time. Funny you mentioned Wepper, because Wepper was actually originally supposed to be a Straw Hat. But Oda's editor said no, he couldn't do that. Wait, guys, we have a new... The editor did that, by the way. I saw it. I saw it on twitter.com. Someone drew cheerleader, Sanji. How's it my fault? It's the gender piece fault. Come on, where is it? There it is. Killingham's appearance. Killingham's appearance. Someone, because I was like, oh my god, Killingham is so sexy, what the fuck is going on? And someone replied, I heard someone say his editor told him to do it, but I didn't see a source on that claim. And I told this person, yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So, guys, I need you to know, every time you hear Oda's editor made him do it, the reason people say that is because Oda did something that they didn't like and they have to blame it on someone who isn't Oda. So they say their editor did it. This is why the Zoro Luffy fight in Whiskey Peak has that that fable around it. It was the editors made him do it. There's fucking nothing saying anywhere in any archive on the internet, in any One Piece interview or Oda interview anywhere, that an editor made him do that. No one made him do that. In fact, Oda, there's barely any interviews about Oda and his editors. Like, he kind of rarely talks about them. And the only thing we know for a fact that his editor made him do was tell him that the first chapter of One Piece needed to be more exciting. So Oda made the decision himself to remove Shanks's arm, because there are so many people that say, "Oh, Oda's editor made him remove Shanks's arm." It was the editor. The editor did that. No, the editor did not do that. That was Oda. The editor simply told Oda, "You need something more exciting to happen here," and then Oda said, "Oh, okay, I'll remove Shanks's arm." That wasn't the editor. So it's like, every time you hear that shit about it was the editor, it's not true. It's simply not true. Oda, I don't think Oda has ever said that an editor has made him change anything, like made him add anything to the story that he didn't do himself. They've given him ideas. They didn't make him add supernovas, no. That's fake. Oda even says in an SBS, or was it an interview? It's either an SBS or an interview, that when he got to Sabaody, he thought, I need to make this more exciting. I'm gonna add the supernova. That was Oda. When he made Sabaody, he thought, this is lacking something. I need to add something. And that was the worst generation. That was Oda, that was not the editors. He even said that. It was either in an SBS or an interview that he said that, but I remember reading that. I remember reading that when he started Sabaody, he thought he was lacking something. So he made up the worst gen. Look, it could have been that his editors told him you need something more exciting. Right? It could have been. But, it's still Oda's choice, right? The editors are not saying, add the fucking worst generation. They're not saying that shit. They give him suggestions of what to do with his work. And Oda can choose to take it or not. It's still his choice. And the reason so many people think Oda has this thing with his editors is because of Dragon Ball. It's because of Dragon Ball and Toriyama. Because Toriyama openly talked about his grievances with his editors and how his editors made him add things that he didn't want to add. So they say, oh, that must be happening to Oda. It's not. It's not. There is not a single instance of Oda saying the editors made me add something I didn't want to add. There's not a single instance of that. Where does Oda Worst Generation SBS? Again, it could be that the editor said you need something exciting here, and he made the worst gen. But I truly need people to understand, these editors are not saying to Oda, you must make the worst gen. That's not what they're doing. They give him suggestions and he chooses if he wants to do it. It's quite clear. I found this too, his editors made him add that in. I found that too. Once again, there's absolutely no source to the claim. I read this... Oh shit, who is this? Hi. I read this interview recently.
Howdy do, boys!
Why can't I? There's absolutely no link. There we go. Hi. There we go. He was talking about law. I thought so. Here, let's read this together and see if I was right. But I remember reading this. I have to mention law. It's not that much the more highlight scenes. I created supernovas right before. Yeah, see? Here it is! He says it straight up. It's a fucking lie. People lie. Who have more highlight scenes than you imagined? I have to mention law. Actually, it's not too much to say that all supernovas have more highlight scenes than I imagined. I created supernovas right before the chapter where they get introduced. None of them existed in my plot notebooks before the chapter. I was in a desperate situation, worrying, at this rate, Sabodi arc will not be interesting enough. Then, inspiration for 9 supernovas came to my mind unconsciously. I should have reduced the number of supernovas since there were too many, but after all, I made all of them appear in the manga. I'm really surprised they survived till now, since I thought about half of them would drop out of Tough New World already. There you fucking go. It's a lie. It's a lie. Right? The whole editing thing is just every time the editors did it, the editors did it. It's never true. He's never ever said anything about an editor forcing him to add something. I've never found that ever. No one has it all planned out. This is what I always say to you guys. No writer has absolutely everything planned out. That is not a real thing. You have a spine planned out, but you don't have everything planned out. The best, like, tool of a writer, the best thing a writer can possibly have at their disposal is improvisation. That's the best thing a writer can ever do. What makes a writer talented, in my opinion, is improvisation and how they can make that work. Not having every single corner planned out. Because the story will take you where it wants to take you. Oh. Plan for breaking up the Straw Hats was decided when Kuma was introduced. Editor Onishi advised Oda to spice up the story in Sabodi. Oda replied, would it be interesting if new characters appeared? There you go! So an editor simply said to him, you could spice it up a bit. And he went, damn, I'm gonna create 9 new characters. So this is what I mean. And also, the fact that Oda says he was worrying about it not being interesting enough means he also had the thought that his editor had. Which is, I need more of an oomph in Sabodi. Holy misinformation, right? I told you. Every time you hear that shit about editors, it's not true. He very rarely talks about, like, his editors. But yeah, a writer's greatest tool is improvisation. And the reason Oda's such a good writer is not because he had every single fucking thing planned out to the last detail. That just cannot be possible for a story like One Piece. But because he does improvise, he does add when he wants to add, he's brave enough to add, and he's very fucking good at adding something that correlates back to the story, or intertwines with the current story. He doesn't just slap shit on. Right? He doesn't slap shit on and go, well, I guess that's it. He is very conscious of what he's adding and how that will affect the story. That is the tell of a good writer. And again, I can tell when someone isn't a writer because they don't know this. They don't know this. They don't know that a writer doesn't have every single fucking thing planned out to the last detail. That's not, like, a possible thing. A writer will have a spine, they'll have a general idea, and then they'll go from there. Oda is an author who allows his story to take him where it wants to take him, and I think that's an incredibly commendable way to write. And again, when he adds things, he's incredibly conscious of what he's adding. Which is why it's a toss-up. Did he plan this or did he not plan this? And my argument is it doesn't matter. So long as we feel that this makes sense, and it always has made sense, why the fuck does it matter? As long as we are reading something and we feel this lines up with what we have been reading, it doesn't matter how long he planned that out for. What matters is he planned what he's writing now in correlation with the rest of his story. That is what matters. That's what matters for any writing. Hello. Because I tell you what, that's what happens with any piece of art. It's what happens with absolutely any piece of art. For some reason, writing is categorized as a different piece of art, as a more, let's say, linear piece of art, right? When it shouldn't be. When you paint something, you get continuous inspiration as you paint it, don't you? You get continuous ideas and changes in your painting as you paint it. When you direct a movie, you have different ideas of how to shoot stuff, or how to tell this story within a movie, right? When you make a video game, you have different ideas of where your video game is going to go. You have deleted scenes, right? You have additional scenes, blah, 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 blah. You need to plan. But if you stick strictly to a linear script of everything that you have to do, you're not giving your art any breathing room, and that incredibly limits a person. It will limit you and it will limit your art. I just don't know why writing gets given this box and this cage by people. Everything had better be planned out. Fucking no piece of art ever in the world has ever been fully planned out to the last detail. Like, before being made. While you make your art, it takes you somewhere else and you let it carry you there. The Tolkien stuff, see, that's another misconception. He planned everything. Yes, he had a fucking outline. But he also sat down with tons and tons of other authors and they discussed their writing together to see what they could change. Again, it's an outline. Of course, artists will all follow a general outline or a general spine. But again, you let your story or your art take you where it wants to take you. If you think you can go somewhere with your story and you think, no, that's not in the original plan, I think that's a bad thing. I don't think you should be limiting yourself like that. But yeah, writing it was absolutely seen as an other form of art, I'll say that much. I literally made a gardening metaphor with Oda's writing once. It was in some video and I don't remember which one. Once again, you can tell the difference between someone who is writing with the idea of they are adding onto their story. How will this affect their story? And I'm just gonna slap that in there. You can tell the difference. That's the other thing. There are first drafts for a reason. including everything you've ever read. Like, Tolkien, sorry, had a first draft for Lord of the Rings. That says enough that he had to change some things. It wasn't all planned out. Every new chapter Oda makes has a draft. All of them. But yeah, anyway, TLDR, if you ever hear that fucking, it was Oda's shit, it's 99% of the time a lie. I want to say 100% of the time. I've never ever seen Oda say, I added something because my editor told me to. I've never ever seen him say that. Again, I believe he gets this misconception because that's what happened to Toriyama. I truly think that's why. Toriyama infamously did not like what his editors were making him do. So people look at Oda and go, oh, it's gotta be his editors. And it's like, no. No. Go with your eyes, I think it's the opposite. I think Oda is desperately wanting to add Zoro and Sanji kissing with tongue, and his editors are going, you can't put that in there. And he's why? I know Oda really wants to bring Doffy back. I know that. I know Oda really fucking likes Doffy. Because when they were making film Red, Oda was like, haha, what if we put Doffy in here? And the director or the writer or something said, no! He said, there's already too many. He fucking really likes Doffy. I can tell he wants to bring him back, but he's waiting for the right time. I don't blame him. Doffy's really fun. Where's that interview? I think he said we should put Doffy and Crocodile in film Red. Wait, here it is. I found it. Oda's interview, One Piece magazine 15. That's not translated awesome. Alright, well, I can't find like a full translated page of it, but he's got an interview in... Why is this so big? He's got an interview in this magazine. And Film Red, the Film Red interview was in it. This is One Piece magazine 15. If anyone can find like a full translation of Oda's interview here, that would be great. But Oda apparently asked the Film Red script writer it'd be entertaining if Doflamingo and Crocodile appear in the film. But the writer rejected his offer. And Oda said he wanted to see them in the theater. Which is so funny. He likes them. He definitely likes them. He went up to the writer and said, hey, can you put the goobers in? And the writer said, no. Go away. Get out of here, Oda. Go back to your manga table. I'm sorry. That is probably the only editor that has ever said, no, I'm not doing that. And Oda wasn't even the one. Oda was the editor, hang on. Oda was the editor of that point. I'm telling your editor. Well, this is the thing. Oda doesn't write the scripts for the One Piece movies or films, which is why when people go blah blah blah, film this, film that, it's like, okay, Oda did not write the scripts for those. At most, he's just part of the like production table, but he's not writing the damn thing. It's so just. Sorry, I have in my head the guy writing like the film red script and Oda leaning over like, can you add Doffy and Crocodile? What? No. We're movie's full. Slides a 2000 yen note. Think you could add Doffy in there? Oh, I'm so excited when I'm, like, when I finish this, I'm ending, like, this part. I'm finishing the stream for tonight, right? And I was in the middle of watching, I Saw the TV Glow. And I got up to a really good part. I'm like, fuck, I have to work. So when I'm done streaming, I can keep watching it. Brooke knew about Alabaster. Please bring up the quote. I don't remember. It's a movie called I Saw the TV Glow. The whole movie is a trans allegory, and while I am not trans myself, I really like feel it. Like I can really feel the experience that these characters are having, and it's like it's like a. Is it a horror movie? It's like psychological. All I know is every trans person I know watched that movie and said, fuck, that movie really hits. That movie really hits when you're trans. And I was like, whoa, I have to watch it. I've never known anyone to be displeased with the way Alabaster was ruled. Guy with 3 eyes. That sounds to me, Brooke used to be a royal guard. Right? Brooke used to be a royal guard. Therefore, he used to talk with probably monarchs, right? For all we know, there were reveries of the past that he attended as a royal guard. But he also probably was keeping up with the other monarchs of the world. That's probably also why he knew of Germa Kingdom. Remember, am I back? Oh, sorry, this stream jumped. I don't know what happened there. $10.60. Really? Was that recent? Well, look, a lot of people are like, what's after Alabaster? What's after Alabaster? And so many people are like, oh yeah, they're just gonna go straight into war. And I really do not believe that's what's gonna happen. I think we've got a lot more to get through before we just go right into the war. Like the fucking biggest war in One Piece's world. Probably, right? And I think after... Did I say Alabaster or Elbaf? Fuck, was I saying Alabaster? Sorry, what's after Elbaf? What's after Elbaf is what people are saying. And I don't think we're jumping straight into war at all. I think what's happening after Elbaf is we have to find Vivi. I think that's a perfect setup. I think what Oda's given us is a perfect setup for Vivi must be found. Or the Straw Hats have to go get Vivi. Vivi has a strong connection with her royal guards. What about the Jackal Kill Squad? Whatever the fuck they were called. Jackal Team Striker. What were they called? The guys who showed up, barely served cunt and died. What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing at the movies. 'Cause it feels so mystical, magical. I say in the script, by the way, he's somebody that she used to know, and after I said it, I had to hold back so fucking bad. Somebody that you used to know, didn't have to cut me up, make it like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, you treat me like a stranger and it feels so rough. You didn't have to stoop so low. Your music teacher made you learn that. My music teacher made me learn, and so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to let it all out what's in my head, and I'm feeling peculiar. She made us learn that. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Have I told you guys that that video, the He-Man video, the hey, yeah, yeah, He-Man video, that's what inspired me to want to edit. This is new Mel lore that I don't think I've told you guys. When I was a little baby Mel, and I saw that on youtube.com as a homunculus, I thought it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, how did they make that? How do they make this? And it's just like clips. It's just clips put together. It's editing. And I was like, I must know. I must know how to do this. I could now, if I want to, recreate the Hey Ya Ya music video. And I think Little Mel would think that's the coolest thing ever. Mm-hmm. And he tries. Oh my god, do I try? Try all the time in this institution. It's art. It's genuinely, that belongs in the Louvre, that video. It's pure art. The kids don't even, what the fuck do they know about He-Man Hey Yay Yay? What do they know? They don't know shit, you know what I mean? They don't know their internet forefathers, and that makes me so sad. They'd watch that today and say, where's Skibbity Toilet? This isn't Sigma Riz something tax, whatever the fuck they say. Oh my god, do I pray? I pray every single day for a revolution. All the kids know these days is Moonbeam ice cream. Phantom tax, thank you. Ohio Skibbity Sigma Riz. Oh, the weather outside is rizzy, but the fire is so skibbity. Fuck, what's the next line? And since there's... I don't remember the next line, but then it goes, Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. No gyat to go, thank you. Since there's no gyat to go... Also, music recommendations, Midnight City by M83. That's it. Midnight City by MA3. There is no song in the fucking world that sounds like Midnight City by MA3. I've tried, I've asked, you've all been here, I've asked, no one can find a song that sounds like Midnight City by MA3. All my life I have been asking people, do you know any songs that sound like Midnight City by MA3? No one can find one. Because it's like my favorite song ever. I can listen to that at any time, at any point. That song comes on, I feel overjoyed. The kids not knowing Lost is so strange to me, because that was like the meme of the day. Of like the decade. Yeah, I'm glad you better fucking like it. I'm kicking you if you don't. Any other songs? Good question. Oh yeah, I didn't save my top songs of 2024 because it was an absolute shit playlist because they used AI for that and it was like wrong. Oh, Kiltro! You guys can't hear it. Anything by Kiltro was good. But The Drunk by Kiltro is really good. I like Kiltro a lot. Kiltro. K-I-L-T-R-O. They're really, really good. Listen to like all their stuff. But listen to their album... What is this album called? Creatures of Habit. It's a very fucking good album. I don't tend to listen to like too many like artists as a whole because I have that experience way too much of I like one song from an artist and then I look at like their other stuff and I'm like, none of this hits the same. It is incredibly rare for me to like a whole album from an artist. I'm not saying this to like be special. It's just something I haven't experienced much. The only time I've truly experienced this is with Daft Punk, The Wombats, Kiltro. Oh, look, I gotta say Doja Cat, I'm sorry. She's got good shit. I know it's basic and normie, but she's got good shit. I'm trying to think of other artists. Ado as well. She's pretty new, though, on my list. And artist called Pastel Ghost. She makes nice shit. Yeah, it's not... See, I listened to the artists and I was like, those are all men. Oh. Weezer. Drew, look up that whole album. It's all really good. They have very fantasy music. Yuri is the greatest thing to exist. Every day I'm grateful love between women exists. So fucking true, bird. Happy Pride. More song recommendations. You Lose by Magdalena Bay. That was my top played song of 2023. I think most people know these guys though. You know, Magdalena Bay? It's a good song. What do you mean her? I thought that was like 3 people. Well, fuck, I'm not giving you anything else then. I'm not recommending anything else. I don't like you anymore. Me? That was my most played song of 2023. This fucking guy. Don't like it. Well, die then. Oh my god. You don't like the sound of a beautiful woman orgasming in your ear? Are you gay? What the hell? That's specifically why I like it. Oh yeah, no, I know Jenny by Studio Killers. I know Studio Killers. That's a really good song. It's on my playlist. It doesn't sound like that, by the way. She just has a husky voice. But the instrumentals are so good. When I don't think about it, yeah. Hang on, Drew. We're talking about the song Jenny by Studio Killers. I think you're thinking of another Jenny. Okay, never mind. I don't like you then. I don't like you. Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans. Hang on, there's a video of him singing it. It was sent in my Discord. I need to show you guys this because I'm done with editing today. And I was like, there's no fucking way he sounds like this. This just cannot be true. What the hell was that? There's no way he sounds like that. Moonbeam! He can't sound like that. That has to be fake, right? Moonbeam ice cream! This is shit I would do. You need more information? This is the guy that does backflips. He's backflip guy. And I said this in my Discord. I am actually shocked at the amount of women here. I thought Benson Boom was liked— Boom, I called him— was liked by, like, straight white men. I guess there's a niche that he's in that I'm not aware of. I guess, I don't know. Moonbeam ice cream! It can't be real. It can't be real. Chocolate Rain Guy— what do you mean? Chocolate Rain Guy was phenomenal. Alright, I'm done. The funniest thing— look, Benson Boone is, like, from what I know, not a bad guy. He just does a lot of flips. His music is, like, not great. He just flips a lot. So I think we're poking him because why flip? Stop flipping. Alright. I'm ready to go now. Do a flip. I will now go to bed. Thank you, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow to keep working, as you all know. It's going to be a long day of working tomorrow. I hope you all know that. It's going to be get up, work, go to bed. Okay? Let me get in my box. Whee! Okay. Thank you, everyone. I super duper appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow for more working, and thank you for sticking around, even though I had stream problems at the beginning, technical problems. Sorry for that. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.